Hello students, welcome to the class. This is Professor Vinakratan from Department of Mechanical Engineering, Jain College of Engineering, Belgaum. So in today's class, we'll study different types of hydraulic fluids involved in fluid power system and some of the properties of these hydraulic fluids which are used in fluid power system. So before we move on to these different types of hydraulic fluids and properties of hydraulic fluids, we'll finish off a remaining portion of Pascal's law. Okay, with respect to stroke length, we'll form the equation of Pascal's law in today's lecture. Now we'll frame the expression for Pascal's law with respect to stroke length. So in the last class, I said you that pressure at inlet will be equal to pressure at outlet, and we got the expression as F1 upon A1 equal to F2 upon A2. Is it? So this we can write as F1 upon F2 equal to A1 upon A2. Now you can see there the amount of fluid, the volume of fluid displaced from one end to other end remains same. Is it? So volume also will be equal to volume at inlet will be equal to volume at outlet. So V1 equal to V2. So what is volume given by? Area into displacement. Is it? Area A1 and S1 is the stroke length of smaller end of the piston. V2 is A2 into S2. Rearranging it and writing the equation, we'll get S2 upon S1 equal to A1 upon A2 equal to F1 upon F2. So rearranging, we'll get the expression in terms of stroke length F1 S1 equal to F2 S2. Even if stroke lengths of first end and second end are given and one force is given to you, you can calculate the other one. So this is the expression of Pascal's law with respect to next. We'll move on to different types of fluids which are involved in hydraulic system. So what are the different types of fluids which are present in hydraulic systems? The most easily available is water, petroleum oils and synthetic oils. So about water. So water is only suitable for certain applications of fluid power systems because this water has more disadvantages compared to the advantages. Let's see what are the disadvantages of water if it is used in fluid power systems. So what are those? Rusting and corrosion of components will take place. Okay, there will be ineffective lubrication of system. There will be no proper lubrication if water is used. There will be a lot of temperature variation because in fluid power system there are a lot of moving parts involved. There will be heat generated, so there is temperature variation. And for if water is used, then obviously the efficiency of the fluid power system will be less. So it will be having a less operating efficiency. So in water, if we add some oils or some additives, We can avoid whatever the disadvantages are there by using water, by adding some oil or by adding some additives. We will study about different types of additives in the later class. Now next, let's move on to petroleum oils. So petroleum oils are the most common hydraulic fluids which are used. Okay, mainly they are used in shipboard systems. Okay. These fluids contain additives to protect the fluid from oxidation and corrosion. Next one are synthetic oils. So these types of oils are suitable for high temperature applications. This type of oils are chemically formulated to inhibit combustion, and it has highest fire resistant temperature. So typical fluids which come in this synthetic oils are nothing but phosphate esters. So now let's see different examples for hydraulic fluids which are used in fluid power systems. Water glycol solutions, water in oil emulsions, high water content fluids, propylene glycol, polyalpha olefin, phosphate esters, and polyol esters. These are some of the examples of hydraulic fluids which are used in hydraulic system. Now let's go through some of the properties of hydraulic fluids. First, let us list them down, then we'll go one by one. So which are the properties of hydraulic fluids? Viscosity, viscosity index, demulsibility, oxidation stability or oxidation resistance, lubricity, flash point, fire point, foam resistance, and good heat dissipation. These are some of the properties of hydraulic fluids. We'll study this one by one. First one is viscosity, a very important property of a fluid, so which is defined as resistance to the flow of fluid in simple terms. We are not going in detail regarding viscosity here, that you have already studied in your subject fluid mechanics. Let's only see the importance of viscosity property for fluid power systems. If a fluid flows freely, so it means the fluid has low viscosity. The examples of fluids which are having low viscosity are water, petrol, and kerosene. These are some of the examples. So what happens if viscosity is very low in case of fluid power systems? It leads to internal leakage. Okay? There will be increase in temperature, excessive wear due to breakdown of what if oil film. These are some of the disadvantages of hydraulic fluid if it has low viscosity. Now what if viscosity of fluid is high? Examples of fluids which are having higher viscosity are honey, coal tar. What if this viscosity is very high? What are the disadvantages if the viscosity of hydraulic fluid is higher? There will be high resistance to flow. There will be no motion of the fluid power systems. They will be moving very slowly. Yeah? There will be increase in temperature also, as it was in case of low viscosity. So there will be pressure drop, increased pressure drop, operation of the fluid power systems will be very slow and there will be more power consumption. Because of slow operation, the viscosity of fluid power consumed by the fluid power system should be high enough to seal the working gap. The disadvantages of hydraulic fluid for a fluid having low viscosity and high viscosity. The viscosity of fluid should be high enough to seal the working gap between the parts, and it should be low enough to cause easy flow of fluid throughout the system. Hence, the hydraulic fluid should have an optimum viscosity. It should not be too high or it should not be too low. It should be high enough at least to seal the working gap between the different parts of fluid power system, and it should be low enough so that there will be easy flow of fluid. So this you can see through a small graphical example there, viscosity versus efficiency, wherein it is shown volumetric efficiency, mechanical efficiency and overall efficiency. In order to have a better working performance of a fluid power system, your viscosity of a fluid should be in the optimum range as mentioned in the graph. Next property of fluid is viscosity index. This viscosity index is arbitrary and it is unitless. So which is defined as measure of fluid's resistance to change in viscosity with respect to temperature. So it is change in viscosity with respect to temperature. So which is given by the following expression. What if the viscosity index is higher? If viscosity index is higher, there will be lower change in viscosity. Higher the viscosity index, there will be lower change in viscosity with respect to temperature. If the viscosity index is low, there will be higher change in viscosity with respect to temperature. If there is lower change in viscosity with respect to temperature, the fluid will be having a stable viscosity. If it is higher change in viscosity with respect to temperature, that is nothing but low viscosity index, the fluid will be having unstable viscosity. So we have examples of two fluids having viscosity index. Viscosity index of paraffinic oil is 100. So, and viscosity index of aspartic oil is 0. Here a graph of temperature versus viscosity. So from this we can see that if the variation of slope is less, we will be having stable viscosity. If the variation of slope is higher, we will be having unstable viscosity. So in order to have a better performance of hydraulic fluid in fluid power systems, it should have higher viscosity index. Now next property of hydraulic fluid is demulsibility. So what is demulsibility? Demulsibility is the ability of hydraulic fluid to separate rapidly from water or moisture and successfully resist emulsification. To understand this generally speaking, you should first understand what is emulsification. So what is emulsification? It is nothing but process of mixing two or more liquids. that are normally not mixable. That is nothing but emulsification. Separation of these is nothing but demulsibility or deemulsification. So in the case of fluid power systems, so two fluids cannot be mixed. If this happens during the operation of any fluid power system, there will be breakdown of the system. Okay, you can see here, if oil emulsifies with water, the emulsion promotes the destruction of lubricant and sealant properties. There will be complete destruction of fluid power system. Generally speaking, highly refined oils are basically resistant to water. They cannot easily mix with water. So these types of oils are mainly used in fluid power systems. You can see a small animation which shows separation of both oil and water. So next property of hydraulic fluid is oxidation stability or oxidation resistance. So any hydraulic fluid which is used in fluid power systems must have an ability to resist oxidation. So most of the minerals or petroleum oils contain either carbon and hydrogen molecules, which can easily react with oxygen. So these oxidation products which are formed are highly soluble in oil. If there is oxidation, it can corrode the metallic parts because of acidic nature. You can see an example there. If a petroleum oil mixes with oxygen, it forms oxides plus acidic byproducts. These acidic byproducts lead to the corrosion of components of fluid power system. So as temperature increases, oxidation rate also increases. Oxidation will also lead to deterioration in the chemical nature of fluids. So it may even form chemical sludge, gum or varnish like byproducts. So next property of hydraulic fluid is lubricity. So what is lubricity? It is the measure of the reduction in friction and wear by hydraulic fluid. It means what? Your hydraulic fluid which is used in fluid power systems must have proper lubrication. So lubricating property of hydraulic oil should be strong enough so that it is not wiped out by the moving parts. If a hydraulic fluid has a hydraulic fluid should have good lubrication and it cannot be wiped out a hydraulic fluid by the moving. If a hydraulic fluid has good lubrication, so it will be having less frictional force between the components and there will be less wear of the components. So next properties of hydraulic fluid are flash point and fire point. So these are also a very important properties of hydraulic fluid. So what is flash point? It is the minimum temperature at which an oil surface gives off sufficient vapors to give a flash when a flame is passed over the surface. So when an oil is heated at a certain temperature and if a flame is passed near that oil which is heated, the oil produces a of flash when a flame is passed over the surface. That is nothing but flash point. It is the minimum temperature. So what is fire point? So fire point is the minimum temperature at which oil releases sufficient vapors to give a combustion fire continuously for 5 seconds when a flame is passed over the surface. Coming to the next property, foam resistance. So what is foam resistance? So it is the ability of a hydraulic oil to resist the formation of foam. There should not be any foam formation. So what is foam? It is dispersion of gas in a continuous liquid phase. If air is entrapped in oil, this causes formation of air bubbles. And this air bubbles, if they are present in the fluid power system, can cause damage to the pump due to cavitation. So next property of hydraulic fluid is good heat dissipation. So any hydraulic fluid which is used in fluid power system should have good heat dissipation property. So hydraulic fluid should have a high heat dissipation capability. If temperature increases, if heat dissipation of a hydraulic fluid is poor, very high temperature can cause a system to malfunction. So there will be complete destruction again if there is no proper heat dissipation from the fluid power system. So there should be proper lubrication in order to have a good heat dissipation of hydraulic fluid. Thank you.